those models, but it's all so corrupt. It seems like it's in a terminal implosion. So the best way is to have more people with government off their back. Everybody I know would expand their businesses if they had government off their back.
Yeah, but Wall Street is on the government's back.
I agree.
Wall Street runs everything. Wall Street rules the world. The government is a bureau of Wall Street. So,
I agree. All I ever hear about is more taxes on me, though, not on the offshore banks.
No, well, if you talk to me, then you'd hear about Wall Street sales tax. Let's slap a 1% turnover fee, transaction tax, on everything over $1 million. So if they want to do flash trading and program trading, that's great. They're going to pay 1%.
I agree with that to stop the fraud. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So the point is you've got to have your own recovery program, and you've got to fight for it. And I think this is the big thing.
I'll tell you what, Webster, let's get you on sometime next week for a full hour or commercial-free on the nightly news. You know, during the interview, commercial-free. We have commercials at the start and the end. Let's have you on for a full hour to lay out your recovery plan, and then we can debate it. How's that sound?
Delighted. And get ready for December. Get ready for the lame duck and the so-called fiscal
All right, well, hey, you're on for an hour next week. Let's set it up right now. The new Smashing Pumpkins with our good friends Quasar. Again, I'm Alex Jones, your host. I want to jam in a few phone calls and hit a few news items ahead of our guest popping in with a quick interview here. Couple program notes. If you go to Infowars.com and go halfway down the main front page, you'll see the Infowars Insider, where we don't just have exclusive articles and videos for people that are Infowars Insider free subscribers. We also have a daily news blast now we're doing with a boil down, MP3s, videos, you name it. And today I'm going to make sure we send out to everybody Full Spectrum Evil, Secrets of Global Domination. Now that's red linked up at Infowars.com. It is a simply amazing 12-minute free video breaking down the secrets of global domination and how the New World Order engages in full spectrum evil. They call it balance of power or divide and conquer or the great game. You want to understand how the banksters are taking over the planet, this is the film. Get it out to everybody. Now, the reason you want to sign up for the email is so you get it in your email and can then easily forward it to others. So that will be going out at about 4 o'clock today. But here's the reason you really want to sign up. We are going to have it in bulk at cost available for everyone. We're going to be able to afford selling this at cost and pay for the writers and the graphics people and all the rest of it because we sell advertising in it. But everyone who's part of the InfoWars Insider, on or before September 1st, you will get the first issue of InfoWars magazine. And I think it's going to be around 60-plus pages long. It is just going to be full of exclusive articles, but also boil downs of our top stories of the month. And the graphics, the work in it, it looks world class. It's going to blow people away. I've now upgraded it from 50,000 to 70,000. I'm putting 50,000 on the streets of Austin. And I'm going to have 20,000 here for people to buy in bulk in groups of 100. I think it comes out to like, how much is 100? What do we come up to? $50 for 100 of these to hand them out. I mean, what a weapon. What a weapon. And we'll have some smaller lots available as well. Or we're also going to have a subscription where you can sign up and have it mailed to you every month, but like 5 copies of it. So you can have one for yourself and give for others. Because as print dies, print will actually come back. I mean, I know this. I'm calling it print 2.0. But it doesn't matter. Print's dying, not because of the internet, but because of the perfect storm of the bad information they've got, the disinfo. People are sick of it. This is going to be hard-hitting. Wait till you see the cover of the first magazine. Here's the deal. Sign up at InfoWars Insider, Infowars.com/newsletter. You can find it there as well. Sign up at Infowars.com/newsletter, and you will get it free. And it looks just like a magazine. You just flip the physical copy of it in your computer, in your iPad, in your iPhone, in your Droid, whatever it is. And you can download it and give it to others. Oh, it's going to be awesome. So the 200,000 people or so, I never really promote the InfoWars Insider that have signed up for that since we've been doing it the last year, you will get this free. Free, 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 free. And the links, when you click on links in the new magazine online, it takes you to the websites. I mean, it's awesome. So that's all coming up. Wait till you see the new magazine. In fact, soon I'm going to do a video showing you some of the layouts, some of the articles. It's pretty amazing. And then our plan is to get partners out there who want to put it out in their area, whether they want to print 5,000 copies or 100,000 copies. They'll get part of the ad space, part of the article space, as long as, you sign our agreement that you're for pro-liberty, freedom, won't put gambling, porn, racism, stuff like that. Because, to be an InfoWars sub-publisher, you'll have to, it's a free market. It's not censorship. You agree contractually that you're just into basic liberty and bringing everybody together against the globalists for a big win. Then you put your articles in, the spaces that are left, about half of it, and then your advertisers in. And then you print. It's free market. You sustain your printing and hopefully make some money to expand your printing. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I've studied the whole thing. As big papers die, things like The Onion and local weekly city papers full of crud are replacing it. Disinformation, propaganda. This is going to be so explosive. But that's phase 2. We got to set up the website after it first comes out, get affiliates around the country. But I want to get these out everywhere. So it's very, 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 very exciting what's happening. If you want to send letters to the editor for the first issue, we're going to have a couple pages of your letters. Make sure it's not more than 4 or 5 paragraphs. Shorter is better, to the point. And send in your comments, your letters to the editor to letters@infowars.com. Letters@infowars.com. And I do plan down the road to have a monthly version for people available. We're also going to go to weekly. So we got a bunch of plans. Quite frankly, my plan is to go to like a 60 to 100-page glossy once a month and a weekly newsprint. But first, we're coming out with a magazine style, but in newsprint. So we're trying to up our fight against the globalists in every way. So be sure and sign up at Infowars.com/newsletter, or just go to the InfoWars Insider area and enter your email right there today. Now, lastly, I ran out of time during the break to take my double shot, is what I call it. I like to take a scoop of Beyond Tangy Tangerine from InfoWarsTeam.com with the new Pollen Burst Plus with, well, yours truly on the cover. That's right. I said, hey, you ought to come out with a new Pollen Burst that's even stronger. And they said, it's funny you say that. We're coming out with one that's got the current berry and all of it in it. And let me tell you, I love the old Pollen Burst. This is even better. And the old Pollen Burst is available as well at InfoWarsTeam.com, discounted. But this baby's got masses of vitamin A, B1, B3, B6, B12, a bunch of key acids, vitamin D3, a bunch of other just really important little goodies in it. And it's got that super antioxidant currant berry from New Zealand. It's all there, ladies and gentlemen. Pollen Burst Plus available right now at InfoWarsTeam.com. There's also a phone number there on the site if you'd like to order that way. And I will do this for everybody watching on TV. I'm doing so much. If you're a Prisonplanet.tv viewer, I've got my well-stirred Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And then I add this because it has a little bit of green tea extract in it. Coffee won't do it sometimes for me. This does. You just dump that in. And I don't know what you call it when you mix the two of these. We need to make a name for these. I learned this from pharmacist Ben Fuchs. This is his favorite drink, is a Pollen Burst mixed with a Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And I've got my essential fatty acids. What happened is I lost 42 pounds doing this for a few months, and then I've never been a guy that drinks stuff and takes pills, so I got off of it a little bit and kind of didn't lose any more weight. And now, for about a week and a half, I've gone back on it full time, and I'm not hungry anymore, and I've lost 7 pounds in just about the last week and a half. You can probably see that on television right now. And I fully committed to the office and my wife to make me take my longevity from InfoWarsTeam.com. And you will see me lose all the weight like Aaron did, 92 pounds. Get ready, I'm doing it. There, I just took my essential fatty acid. And that way it's so good for your brain, but then also you're not hungry. Perfect formulation from Longevity, available at InfoWarsTeam.com. And I will drink this bad boy down and be ready to get out there and absolutely kick some hind end this afternoon with all the work I've got after we do this show. Okay, hadn't plugged for the last 2.5 hours, so I did some mid-air refueling there. Now, we're going to get our guest to pop in here in a moment, but let's go to John in Michigan. Thank you for holding, sir. You're on the air worldwide.
How you doing, Jones?
Oh, I'm pretty wound up on my Pollenbergs Plus.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was wound up about an hour ago. I got a story for your new newspaper.
Tell me.
I was calling in reference to a rifle for sale that I found, and so what I did is I texted the guy. I said, do you still have your rifle for sale? Well, apparently I was one digit off on the text. About 10 minutes later, I got a call from the police station. Wanted to know why I was texting this person about a gun. And I said, well, I noticed I texted the wrong number, and I'm sorry. And so he calls up, and he says, how did it go? He said, I need to know who I'm speaking with. And I said, well, what's this in reference to? And he said it was about, you know, a gun and everything. And I said, well, my name's John. And he wanted to know why I was calling this person. I said, well, it was in reference to a gun sale. And I said, I dialed I texted the wrong number. I said, is that a crime in America to do a wrong number? And he said he was following up on a report, and he needed my name and my last name and all this information. I said, you know what? You've got your report. It was the wrong number. My name's John. And he said, no, you're gonna tell me everything. And I said, I'm not telling you anything. I said that you got enough information for your report. And I said, you know, I can give you the number I was going to call so you can see it was one digit off. And he said, well, go ahead and give it to me. So I started to get it, and then I thought, you know what, that guy doesn't need to be molested by the police either. So I said, you know what, I got to change of heart. I'm not going to give it to you. And then he started getting real irate.
Well, I would have said to him, hey, why don't you go up to the White House shipping guns to Mexico? Listen, they're arresting people for lemonade stands and for their children riding on the sidewalk with chalk out front their house because they can't go after real criminals. And the political police chiefs, basically put in by the feds, promote these guys if they do this. I've got a report out of Texas here. It's in my stack. I meant to get to it. Where the neighbor gets in a fight. He shoots his neighbors or shooting at him. The police pull up. The guy's got him pinned down with his AR-15. Another good neighbor shoots him with his Colt 44. And the cops put him in the handcuffs and say, we don't know if a civilian should be able to do this. And there was a debate in the town on whether the guy that shot the guy shooting at the cops should go to jail. And the cop who he saved said, well, I think it's okay for civilians to do that. Hey, cops, you're a civilian too. This isn't some war zone you've occupied. We've gotten to the point now, folks, that in Texas, if a guy is shooting at police and you shoot the guy, they want to put you in jail. I mean, it's cuckoo land. It's cuckoo land what this country's turned into. So I mean, I would have just hung the phone up. So what else? I mean, I said, what's your name? What's your number? I want to talk to you. But I mean, the point is that in a police state, they're told, act on a tip. Even if the carpet cleaner says, hey, he's got a case of guns at his house in Austin, Texas, the cops know that's not illegal. They still come because in the Stasi state, it's important to teach the tattletale that they've got power by being part of going after people. So how did this end?
Well, I didn't even get to the good part of the story yet. Since I wasn't cooperating with him and I was only giving him my name and what had happened, he said, well, I told him, I said, you know what, you've got my number. I'm sure you can trace this. If you